Amazon CloudWatch Application Insights. Automate your application monitoring. A walkthrough. Amazon CloudWatch Application Insights identifies and sets up key metrics, logs, and alarms across your application resources and technology stack, continuously monitoring them to detect and correlate anomalies and errors. It creates automated dashboards for detected problems, which include metric anomalies, log errors, and additional insights to point you to a potential root cause, allowing you to take remedial actions to keep your applications healthy. In this video, we will discuss how to onboard your applications into CloudWatch Application Insights, customize your monitoring settings for application components, and view insights about your applications. Let's create our application using AWS resource groups. We can choose to make this group based on tags or from a CloudFormation stack. I'm going to demonstrate using tags. For simplicity, I'm going to include just one state machine in the group, although you can include any other resources supported by CloudWatch Application Insights as long as they share the same tag. Now, I'm going to name my application and then create it. Now, in the AWS console, navigate to the CloudWatch dashboard, then scroll to Settings at the bottom. Now, in the Application Insights box, select View, then Get Started. Here, we can select the name of the resource group we just made from the dropdown, and then we can choose whether we'd like to monitor CloudWatch events and whether we would like to integrate with AWS Systems Manager Ops Center. Let's leave those both enabled for now and select Next. Here, we see all resources in the group. We can choose to remove them if we don't want them to be monitored, and then re-add them later. This looks good for now, so let's hit Next. If your resource supports log paths, you can configure them here. Now, review and submit your changes. Great job, you just made your first application. You can manage monitoring for the app as a whole here, or for individual components here. Let's manage the monitoring for our AWS Step Functions resource by selecting it, and then selecting Manage Monitoring. You can select your application tier here. If you want CloudWatch Application Insights to capture and report critical events from your resource logs, you can set them up here. Let's add our State Machines log group by clicking Add New Log, then selecting the log type, then filling in the log group name using the autofiller. You can feel free to add additional log patterns if you're interested in particular kinds of events other than what CloudWatch Application Insights configures for you by default. Just select them from the drop-down here. Finally, you can feel free to remove your log if you don't want it to be monitored, or you can add new logs here. Here, you can choose the metrics you'd like CloudWatch Application Insights to monitor. Some key defaults are provided, but you can select additional ones from the drop-down. Or you can disable metrics by selecting the X button beside them. For each metric you choose to monitor, Application Insights will create a pre-configured alarm for you that triggers when that metric reaches a critical state. For instance, if you enabled executions failed, an alarm will be set that triggers when one or more executions fail. Other alarms, such as execution time, run off anomaly detection strategies built into Application Insights. These will be triggered when the metric behaves abnormally. Finally, you can feel free to add additional alarms if you would like to monitor additional metric behavior. Just create them here in the Custom Alarm section at the bottom. When you're satisfied with your monitoring configuration, select the Save button to begin monitoring. Now, how does CloudWatch Application Insights deal with problems? Here's the mystery AWS Step Function state machine we just onboarded for monitoring. As it turns out, it's a little ill-behaved. It's been failing while we were away. If we hadn't come here, how would we have known? How would CloudWatch Application Insights capture the problem and point us to a solution? If we go to the main Amazon CloudWatch dashboard, we see that the alarm that Application Insights set up to monitor our execution failed metric has been triggered, catching our mischievous state machine red-handed. Down here in the Application Insights dashboard, a corresponding problem has appeared referencing our state machine. Let's have a look at the problem summary to find out what our trusty new tool has found about the problem. Here, Amazon CloudWatch Application Insights has summarized the error in the form of an insight, identifying a root cause and linking us to responsible sub-resources so that we can mediate the issue. Below, it has prepared a dashboard displaying the triggered alarm so we can quantify the error. Beside it is a group of captured, failure-related log events which allow us to examine the context of the error more closely. AWS step function state machines are far from the only resources that Amazon CloudWatch Application Insights supports. You can also monitor your Amazon EC2 instances, Amazon RDS clusters, AWS Lambda functions, Amazon DynamoDB tables, Amazon S3 buckets, and more. If you have any more questions, feel free to reference the resources listed in the description. Best of luck keeping your troublesome applications in line.